Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of season 4 of the Styx and Bones podcast. Hi, Dr. K. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty great. I know me and Chelsea have been waiting a minute to film this. We were going to film it on a different day, but we can't keep our mouths shut any longer. And I'm excited. I mean, I'm going to miss the podcast at the end of the year, but I'm just excited. But how are you?
I'm feeling really good. I'm very anxious to get our special announcement that we've been teasing for a long time out. And to be honest with you, we were going to continue the podcast a little bit longer, but we have so many amazing changes that our Patreon, you guys know, we've talked about in depth of what's coming. And we've been working really hard on so many amazing and different things that you wouldn't think of. And
Hmm.
so we have to, by force, end the podcast early because the girls have been cooking. Someone's cooked here.
The girls have been girling, and it's about time for us to lay out our royal flush and show you guys what we've been working on because we've been keeping our cards close to our chest. We play chess, not checkers here.
This is the truth. And so I think without further ado, do we want to make the I'm not gonna wait people make them wait till the end to figure out what's going on, but I think we announce the special announcement.
Do you want an announcement? Do you want to announce it? Or do you want me to? Or do we say it at the same time?
We're never gonna be able to say it at the same time. So I'll say it, and then how about you walk us through the announcement since you have experience with the announcement. Does that make sense?
I'll wing it, but sure.
Okay. So I wish we could do a drum roll, but you're never gonna pick it up on the microphone. There we go, that works. So a lot of you have tried guessing. I've heard courses, I've heard this, I've heard that, but some of you were surmising it could possibly be a Styx and Bones group trip to Greece. And we're here to tell you that Dr. K and myself have been approached by a very reputable company that Dr. K has used before for her amazing trip to Egypt. And I believe you're doing Turkey as well.
Hmm.
Trova Trip, which is a very safe company to use. We have been approached by Trova Trip and we are hosting a trip to Greece. And we're doing so many things. You guys can come with us. Me and Dr. K are going, and you will have the opportunity to come to Greece with us for an entire week. And we're going to be seeing all of the things. We're going to all of the temples. And the next amazing announcement that I'm going to tell you before we dive into the itinerary, and more information will come out on this, we were able to get a trip to Eleusis. Okay.
Nope.
Now, for those of you that are like, what's Eleusis? This is where Persephone's and Demeter's mystery cult happened. You can actually go to the site where people traveled, the biggest mystery cult in the ancient world, in ancient Greece, and you can go and see Eleusis, which wasn't originally on the itinerary, but we were like, no, no, no. And I'll do you one better, okay? I'm going to give you the dates. We're going September
September 5th
to
through
the
the 11th.
11th of next year. And that's right before Persephone's return to the underworld. So we are making a pilgrimage to the site of Eleusis around the time that she is making her way back to the underworld. So anyway, I have the chills. I can cry. When this came across our desk, we were like, no, we have to do this. And you guys can come on vacation with us, like, and travel and see all of the things and all of the temples and all of the museums and statues. And we're going to completely like nerd out and be obsessed with it.
100%. We have been screaming, crying, throwing up about this. The itinerary edition of Eleusis. We were so lucky and able to work with Trova to, talk to the travel company over there and say, hey, this is located in kind of a quiet village of like right outside of Athens. There's really only like a few stoplights there, and it's really hard to even get Ubers out there.
Mm-hmm.
I went there over the summer with Kevin, and we went to Eleusis, and Kevin's actually really bummed that he is going to be missing the Styx and Bones trip at Eleusis. He almost cried, but we also added in the National Archaeological Museum at Athens because, I mean, hello, that is where everything, aside from the Acropolis Museum, everything is housed there. And there's going to be a really cool exhibit when we're there. I'm going to be nerding out with the swords. I need some research stuff, but we are so excited to be able to do this. This will be like my nth time to Greece. I'm so excited to just academic blackout with everybody.
I am freaking out about this. And I know we teased in one of the episodes, like, we're going to Greece. No, you guys are coming with us. So if you're
Yeah.
interested, we have it's going to be open to our Patreon members first because we do have early bird specials. We only have 8 seats for early bird. So you're going to put your deposit down and to confirm that you're coming to our trip. And the early bird obviously has a discounted price. And that's going to be open to our Patreon members first. Right now, today, you can absolutely look on Patreon and you will find the link to our trip for Greece and you're able to reserve your space. This will open up publicly. What's the date? December 1st to everybody else?
Monday, December 1st. Gird your loins for whatever spots are left over. It is going to open at that time at, was it noon or 1?
We'll keep you posted. December 1st, we're also going to be launching another podcast, but it's going to be going through these sites and this trip to Greece and the itinerary. So if you want more about this trip, have no fear. Like, we're going to come out with a bunch of content. I know people are going to ask us the price. There are payment plans. Okay. You don't need to pay everything up in full. We're going for 7 days, 6 nights. And yeah, we're going to have fun. Some meals are included in this price of the trip. So once, we officially announce it on Patreon and the public, you will have access to this link so you can see everything. We're going to break down everything for you, but not to get too much into the details. I just kind of wanted to, Dr. K, if you want to take us through some of the like trip activities, like highlight some of the big ones of like where we're going and like what's amazing about that place if you've already been.
Yeah, so we're doing 7 days, 6 nights, 2 cities, or 2 areas, I should say. So we are beginning our own Odyssey adventure in Athens. I mean, you can't do Greece if you're not doing Athens. So we're starting in Athens. We're going to be going the Acropolis. We're going into the Forum. We're doing all the shopping together. We're going to have some wine underneath the Acropolis. And we're going to the museums there. So excited. The Acropolis Museum, the National Museum, National Archaeological Museum in Athens. And then we're going to be saying goodbye a little bit to Athens. We'll be back. And then we're heading over to Nafplio, which is you leave Athens and you go right over the strait and then you go past Mycenae and then you go to the south. We're going to be on the coast. We're going to be near beaches. It's summer. It's late summer. We're going to be on the beaches. And from there, we're going to be doing kayaking. We're going to be doing the Nemean wine tasting, which Nemean, that should ring a bell. Nemean lion, hello, labor of Heracles. And we're going to Mycenae, where Agamemnon can finally, stake his case to have Chelsea forgive him for all of his antics.
No.
We will be seeing the treasury of Atreus. We will be seeing the tomb of Clytemnestra. We will be seeing the palace at Mycenae because, yes, it's up there. I'll be able to nerd out about all the shaft graves there. We'll see where Milo Nath dug at Mycenae and where he dug at Eleusis on our way back to Athens because, yes, we're starting in Athens and ending in Athens. So I'm super excited. And yeah, come hang out with us every single day. We're going to be doing girl dinners at night and just relaxing, having wine, sharing laughs, and making memories with one another.
You guys can come hang out with us. And when you get access to this link on Patreon, you'll have it like right now. If you want to go on Patreon, you'll see what's included. So flight, like some food and alcohol is not included, but there is a lot. We get a local guide. Everything is very safe. Dr. K just did this in Egypt last year and she had amazing experience. So if you want to look into Trova Trip, please feel free. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us. We're more than happy to answer them. I know safety is really important, especially being a woman. And trust me, this is why we like going in a group. So you're not going to be alone, I promise. And it's a chance for you to meet people that are interested in the things that you're interested in. And, solo travel can be so cool, or you can bring your husband, you can bring a friend, like whatever you want. So we'll have the day-to-day breakdown. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. And like, this is so exciting for us. We can't wait to meet you guys and like actually be in Greece together. I feel like it's so fitting. And the fact that this came across, I got this email like probably a few months ago. And the way that it just kind of landed with like the season finale, and we wanted the dates for September. So it's not the summertime, like Right. I mean, it's still going to be hot, but it's not going to be like, summertime.
No, it's not going to be
So,
July.
so we really, this kind of came at a really amazing, amazing time. And we would like to, if these go well, continue to do them like every year, like Greece, maybe Rome, and go see some of the temples. So if you want to come with us to Athens, and we're also making the pilgrimage for Persephone at Eleusis, grab your spot. I have a funny feeling this is going to be a highly anticipated trip. So like, don't overthink it. You can put your deposit down. You can cancel, right? If people are not like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we have the early bird special going for Patreon, and then whatever's left over will be announced for the public. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do an entire podcast on that, breaking everything down. Maybe we'll show you some of the sites and walk through the entire itinerary, answer any questions that might come in or that you have, and really give you more information. So, public, keep on the lookout. December 1st, Patreon, you're up. Anything else you wanted to say about this? I mean, like,
I mean, December 1st, when we kind of launched like the Girls Are Going to Greece itinerary podcast, that's also going to be a great time if you are still kind of on the fence about this trip to, of course, listen to your favorite podcast, talk about, who would have been worshipped, venerated, um, at these different sites. Why are these sites important? Of course, Mycenae's, was a mythical site. Why is it important historically? We're going to Eleusis. Of course, you guys already know all about that. We're going to be going, to the Acropolis. So why is that important? Who would have been worshipped there and why? Where else are we going? We're doing so many other incredible things. Oh my God. We're going to Epidaurus. So there's a crazy theater. I added a photo of myself there from when I went years ago. But there's also a healing shrine to Asclepius there. So we're going to be diving into all of
private.
the nuances. And if you guys decide to stay later after the tour, highly recommend. You can get so many tours from Athens to different areas of Greece. So highly recommend. Of course, we are both open to answer any questions that you have. I've been to Greece multiple times, and if anybody ever has questions about safety, please never feel like bad for asking about safety. I've done a tour to Egypt. I understand safety
Absolutely.
concerns. So please never feel bad. Both High Priestess Chelsea and I can talk until we're blue in the face about these incredible sites and the places that we're going to and the ties to mythology. But please never feel bad about emailing us. It's never a bother. And I really want to make that clear.
No, not at all. And I think safety, like when this came across my desk, was of the utmost importance to me
Mhm.
because as someone who came from a group of friends that didn't really like to do the archaeological aspect, the historical aspect, I always wanted to do like my own travel with a group because I wanted to go see these things, but I never had the people to do it. And so like I never really did group travel before. So when this came across my desk, I was like, oh my God, Dr. K does Trova Trip. Let me ask her.
Mhm.
And I know she had an amazing time in Egypt because she came back and like I wish I could have gone with you, but someone had to be in boats. So I know you had an amazing time, and the people that we work with at Trova Trip are so passionate about safety. Our point of contact is a woman. Like we're gonna have our own travel guide with us, so it is completely, completely safe, and it is a very valid company. So you could definitely look them up online. They're awesome, and a lot of people do a bunch of trips through them. So
Yeah.
we were already talking about the following year. We were like, well, if this goes well, maybe we'll do this. So yeah, it can be really exciting. And you get to come with us and like we can have wine. We have dinner together at the end of the night. And we planned in a few like girl hangouts.
Yeah.
You don't have to just be a girl, but like
No,
we
everybody.
have a girl dinner where maybe we debrief at the end of the day and we can meet in the hotel lobby for a glass of wine or just to hang out. Or if you guys want to just, hang out with us or have any questions. So I don't want you to feel weird about that. Me and Ten are super nice people in public, despite what other people may think. We are amazing. And I promise you I could talk to a wall. So if you're like a wallflower, just go up to me and be like, listen, I feel like I'm nervous about talking to people. I'm also an anxious girl. So like you can hang out with me. I promise.
100%. I was lucky enough in the Egypt trip to have a few sticks and boners.
Heck
So
yeah,
I
represent.
already know a lot of the sticks and bones girlies out there have that travel bug.
Yes.
So we're getting the gang back together.
Let's go. We're going. And if you've never traveled before and this is your opportunity, I promise you, like it's gonna be amazing and awesome, and we were so excited. And you know us, we won't do anything unless we feel passionate about it. And yeah, it was just obviously Greece was just meant like we picked the itinerary. It has to be Greece. Like
Oh, and
where should we go?
there are a few itineraries to Greece, and we were looking at them, and I was like, I don't know if I would do that one. I don't know about that one. And then this one I saw, and I was like, no, we got to do this one. We got on the phone with Trova, and we're like, okay, can you do a solid? Can you take these two out, and can you put Eleusis on the docket? And what do you all know? Yassas, we are going to Greece, bitches. We are going.
Get it, losers. We're going to Greece.
We're getting possessed at Delphi.
I am
That's not
so
on the trip, unfortunately.
it's not. It's not. But yeah, so that was our big announcement that we had to keep a secret. And for those of you that were on my live, a lot of you had guessed that it was a trip to Greece. Some of you guessed online courses, but no, well, you know what? No, we're putting our money to something good. And let me tell you something. If you guys want a good Instagram photo, I got you. I know the angles. I know how to take them. I can be a photographer. I'm not kidding.
Chelsea is a
Oh,
Greek
also,
girl.
if you do come with us, we have special merch that we've been and are working on. We're gonna give you guys a little present if you do come with us to Greece. So like there is something in the works for our travel group that's coming with us with all of the new stuff that we've been working on. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. So much more information to come. I promise you. We have like an emailing list you can sign up for that I'm gonna include in the description. So if you want emails from us about the trip to Greece because you're interested, please feel
Mhm.
free to sign up. We won't email you about anything else. This is specifically through Trova. And don't forget to get your early bird spot because once they go, they
They
go.
gone. They gone. It's the perfect holiday present. I know Kevin and I are on the same page with this, and so is Chelsea. Of we're at that age where I don't need any more shit. I don't need things. I mean, I'm a trinket girl. Like I do love a trinket now and again, and I will be getting all the trinkets in Greece. But I feel like we're just at that age in our 30s of I would much rather spend the time, energy, effort, money on experiences, building friendships, making memories, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Because for me, that is so much more valuable than, an Amazon gift card. Like, whoa. No, I want to go see where the temple to Hades and Persephone is at Eleusis. I want to go talk about the missing caryatid statue at the Acropolis Museum, and I will be crying with everybody once again. So that is what I want.
I know I really want to go to that sanctuary of Asclepius. I like really that's who I always go to when I'm sick or I need healing for something. So I'm like, any ailments we have, we can go to Asclepius. I'm like, I'm excited. I feel like Asclepius doesn't get a lot of love. And I just like he's one of my favorite gods, like literally one of my favorite gods. I mean, there's something that we have in the works for Asclepius coming to the temple. I can't tell you guys that, but he is the Greek god of healing. So like when you feel like you need help with something, Asclepius is like one of those major ones for me at least.
Oh, yeah. You'll be able to see busts of Homer, Hesiod. You'll be able to see statues of Asclepius, his daughter Hygeia, Demeter, Poseidon, Apollo in a more effeminate form. Like it is everything, and it's just absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go to the museums and nerd out at sites. Like, I can't wait. I hope you guys are ready for Academic Blackout 10.
Oh, I'm ready. And I just want to take lots of photos. So we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good trip. So we're going in September, so gird your loins. We will have plenty of information coming out. But I did want to touch upon one thing because safety is obviously of the utmost importance to not only you guys, but also
Mhm.
Dr. K. And as you guys know, we've talked about it a lot over the past few episodes. Because we have gone on the offense with aligning ourselves with history and truth this year, a lot of people had a lot to say about me and Dr.
Ooh,
K.
talk about a transition queen this episode.
Yeah, I just feel like it needs to be addressed because you know me, I'm always going to keep it real with you. We keep it real here at Styx and Bones. And so I'm thinking about how I want to word this because I have to talk New Jersey back because I'm a professional gal in a professional setting and I might have cheetah print and hoops on, but it has been pretty disturbing to see. I will be honest. And I promise this is going to be a quick tangent. I cannot believe that people decided to call me specific names in comment sections because of a fact that we were talking about. And for some reason, I seem to be the person that gets attacked. And that's fine. I'm willing to take bullets. But this is
I'm
just an
sorry.
announcement for people that think that it's okay to call me names in comment sections or anything disparaging towards Sticks and Bones. You can disagree with us. We encourage critical thinking and
Absolutely.
discourse. If you say I don't like the way you guys did this, I have no problem with that. I can always take stuff like that on my chin. We are not
Sure.
immune to criticism. But what
No.
I am going to say is for those of you that thought it was funny to puff your chest out this year and say things about me in the comment section that were disgusting, I have clocked your username specifically, and you are not allowed to come to Greece. For my safety, Dr. K's safety, and the temple safety, I cannot have people that are online trolls joining this trip, and I will not give you access to people that want to have a good time. Sorry. So we have been planning this. I have usernames. Okay. When you join Trova Trip, you have to give your username. Okay. That's it. You get checked. And if I find that you are someone that has been bullying, harassing us for this past year, you're not coming. And I have to make that very clear because being a woman online has been so terrible. And I kind of
It's
want to cry, and I'm not trying to make this like a woe is
no.
me. Like a lot of people like are like, oh, content creators, people that are online, they have the easiest job. But the things that I have to see sometimes are gross. And I ask you why when we're talking about facts. Why do you think that that's okay?
100%. The the name calling, the disgraceful act that I want to call parents about of like, hey, come get your kid because this is not acceptable. We are in our 30s and we get insane comments. And I was telling Hypericious Chelsea and Patreon about this. I had somebody comment, if I kidnapped you, I would never give you back.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
as two women, and we're traveling with everybody, and it's the beauty of being able to have a platform of kind of
mhm.
falling ass backwards into it because you love what you're doing and you love what you're talking about and you love what you're nerding out about. And I know I can speak on it for Chelsea with this is we are doing what we love, and it's shocking the
Mhm.
backlash about facts. And once again, I have to ask, as the archaeologist, why do facts make you upset? I think at the end of 2025, maybe wrap it up for 26, make that a New Year's resolution. Why are we upset about facts? Why are we upset about ancient history? And why can you guys not come with citations?
I love discourse. I love when people say, I don't agree with your take
Love
on
it.
this because of X, Y, and Z. We welcome that. And we've said that multiple
Mhm.
times. The minute that you start saying, I'm jealous of this certain creator, or I'm this, or I'm that, and trying to compare me to people that I don't even know, I don't even follow, that
Mhm.
are part of neo pagan propaganda, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Jealous of who, what, where, when, and why. I'm booked, busy, and I'm going to Greece, baby. And there's one thing that I have to say to you guys for all of you that think that it's okay to leave these comments out there. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Give me a second.
Where's Armani? He's on the phone. Too slow. You're not going to Paris.
You're not coming to Greece. And that's that.
You got the North remembers. House Sticks and Bones remembers.
Yeah. And so to our community, because I don't want to take this time to address people, but for the safety of our community, we will always stand on business. And you guys know about me. I don't play. I'm from New Jersey, baby. And you're not, and I don't care. And the thing that I'm going to say is for our community, our promise to you guys always that listens to us is that we will be honest, truthful, authentic, and come with facts. Anytime I say something, I always, that's outside of a fact, I say, this is my opinion. This is not part of the mythology. This is how I'm interpreting it. But
Mhm.
we have a job and a duty to the people that listen to us. This is free content, free education. We don't get paid a dime for doing this. We don't. I would let you guys know one day when we do. I'll say, listen, girls, we got a sponsorship today. We love being transparent. And I think that scares people that we're so transparent that they think, well, there must be something wrong with them. It's like this should be the standard. So, to those of you that listen to us and are ride or die Sticks and Bones people and love us, we're never going to change. I don't care how much success we have. This is who me and Dr. K have always been. It's not about the followers. I don't care if I have 2 followers. I don't care if I have 1,000,000 followers. It's about the content because we care. And
I'll
that's
be one
that.
of those 2. I'll be one of those 2 followers forever. But yeah, no, it's that has been something that has truly ground my gears this year. Was I'm call us whatever name in the book. You've never said that we're wrong. And I fucking put that on a pin on myself. But I think what's crazy is, I think myself and High Priest Chelsea are some of our own harshest critics. And I have no problem with discourse, but I think the art of arguments has been lost. Where is your hypothesis? Where is your evidence? Where is your conclusion? I'd love to see it. And I love how I truly cannot wait for next season to deep dive into certain aspects of, did this occur? Do we think that, is it okay that a mortal could have been loved by a god? Can gods actually find love? How much does fate play a role in Achilles and Patroclus? I want to get down to the nitty gritty. I want to take a deep dive into, is Hecate actually a nursemaid to some of the Olympians? Because yes, you guys thought fucking Propolos rocked your world because, oh, Hecate's a handmaiden. Yeah, she is. And here's critical thinking to back it up. So we got to put our critical thinking caps on, and we got to be better. We have to be better.
Well, I think that's what we push, and we push for people to critically think. And I think, I don't want to go into it because we've done a whole episode on this, but it is what the ancient peoples would have done. They philosophized over everything. They had debates over everything because that's what makes us human. Me and Dr. K were even talking about for next season, like, I would love to do the British Museum argument, like where one side of us takes like, okay, should they return the caryatid, or should the other person argue why they shouldn't, right? Just to, even if you don't believe in it, just to do the art of an argument of like what it's like to actually disagree with someone. I love when people disagree with me. I am not immune to criticism, but what I'm not going to stand for is the bullying and disgusting comments that I've been receiving, especially here at Styx and Bones Temple. It's not happening. Okay. And I have thick skin. I don't care. And I don't need anyone to ride or die for me. That's not what I'm asking. But
no.
For those of you that are still listening to this podcast that have left those comments, I maybe ask yourself why you think that's fine and okay. It's weird. Honestly, it's weird behavior. So I don't want to spend too much time on this. We have been addressing these comments the past few episodes, but it's a mission to our audience that we will always be truthful and honest about history and fact. And we want to restore the history and fact that gets distorted online, because that's not how this is. And a lot of you have sent us so many nice messages. I know we focus on hate, but we have so many amazing people that follow us and have sent us so many nice messages of how we've helped them in their own personal research and actually saved them from spending thousands of dollars on random people online that don't know what they're talking about, right? Like when we can just give you the source itself and say, here, get this. I mean, we gave an amazing book recommendation about women in ancient Greece on Patreon. We have a whole blog post, a free blog post on that Dr. K herself put together and I reviewed on what to not look for and sources. And anytime we're sourcing something in a podcast episode, we always tell you where it's coming from, so we'll always be that way. I mean, that's just who we are.
100%. And, standing on the truth soapbox a little bit, but make it teehee. But make it teehee right now. As, to people who want to, bring in facts and history and who love ancient history and mythology and everything, what has been a fact that you dropped, sprinkled in amongst the episodes this season, that there was pushback against a fact, or people's panties dropped or their knickers got in a twist because they truly couldn't comprehend something?
Where do you want me to start? I'm going to say the obvious one, which is Hecate, the Hecate Propolos episode. I think a lot of people, and we've said that before, have gotten they wanted to light our podcast on fire when it simply was a Google search. I mean, I didn't pull that out of my butt. I don't make facts up. I will tell you when it's my opinion. Like when we talked about on Patreon the other day, the Conversations of the Gods book, where we were looking at a piece, something that was written in the 2nd century CE. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was Roman Imperial. Look at me in my timelines. Look at me. I'm learning. And we were talking about a conversation that Zeus was having with Hermes about will he ever be able to find love because he's such a like he bows down to it and he just loves mortal women. This is not part of actual Greek myth. It was philosophical.
Yeah.
And God, where was I going with this?
You were talking about the biggest fact that like you felt we got the most pushback on that like makes you giggle every single time. It was Hecate.
Hecate Propolos. And like I think it's just like that what I'm talking about is not a fact. That's someone like philosophizing and having critical thinking. It's not part of the mythology. But it's like
Mhm.
I think with a lot of the things that we say, you guys can Google it yourself or research it and it's there. It's not like me and Dr. K are making these things up. So I was a little shocked by the Hecate Propolos one, but I think Hecate is a hot button topic because people still are out here saying she's the mother maiden in Chrome, where we've debunked that like 9,000 times. And I don't know why you choose to believe in something when this exists and like we could just simply follow this, right? Because it's so much cooler. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like how people just can't be wrong, I guess, or like don't want to change their mind. But anyway, I'll Uno reverse back to you. What was yours?
I have to.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I had kind of a hard time thinking of one. I was going to go the ancient astrology route, but then I said, I'm going to wrap that one up.
Okay, well, one of those is that one. So, okay, so the first tiki one, in my opinion, is the fact.
What was it?
Is the fact when we were talking about Zeus versus Kronos, which like what a story. But when we were talking, and it was mainly about we literally had to say this season, which I never thought at held to my 31 years old, I would have to sit down with you, who's also in her 30s, and say,
Yeah, 33.
Hey guys, here's a fun fact. Chelsea and I are not Homer and Hesiod. I cannot believe in the year 2025, I have to sit here and say that.
Well, I just want to let you guys know that this season was strategically planned, that we knew a lot of neo-pagan communities kept inching towards us, and it is everything we denounce. The ancient alien peoples, like we also denounce you. Like we had to stand on business this season, and I know we've talked about this before, but we strategically planned these episodes. We're out here playing chess. We knew that it was going to upset people. We knew, but we had to break away from the wrong misinformation because we are not a part of those communities and we have to stand on our own 2 feet. I don't care if no one follows us. If they say, I hate Chelsea and 10 forever, great. I'm still going to continue to podcast and talk about the facts. You guys think we care about money and numbers? We are the last people to care about money and numbers. We don't care.
What money? Where are the numbers?
We do this for fun. For fun.
No, but it's so true of like, yeah, like no, do not put us in the same circles. But okay, the second tiki one was of course the ancient astrology, and that episode I think was so my flappers were gasted because, and I of course I mentioned on the episode that my students learn what Hellenistic astrology is, and they learn how, the Roman Republic and later Imperial Rome used astrology and astrologers for their own personal gain, how kings and rulers and leaders and emperors used these people and different types of divination to use their own political propaganda of the ancient world. That's what power is. And that was so jarring, especially because the massively misused Hellenistic. And I was like, that's a freaking time period. What are we talking about? Like, that's just post Alexander the Great. Like, what are we saying?
I don't know. And I read astrology professionally. I'm booked and busy. So like my clients know, a lot of you that are Styx and Bones people have gotten astrology readings with me. I'm not you're pushing that I'm reading you ancient astrology because it's something that you wouldn't want, because it's not how we view astrology today. And so there's a big difference. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got pushed back on that, even though you co-signed everything that I said, because it's like, I don't know why people, they hear me and they hear you, and then when they go to leave a hateful comment, it's just Chelsea. And I don't want you to have that. I'm fine if that's who I have to be in this life. But anything we both say, we both co-sign, by the way. Co-sign it. Sign my name next to it. 10 said it, sign my name next to it.
Chelsea's in the back, like,
I'm standing on business out here today, and I don't care. Like, I don't know who you guys are sometimes. Shit.
But like, So the only reason I thought of that was because in my accelerated course that just started, I it was just ancient astrology
Mhm.
day, and I was sitting there and I was reading my students' work and everything, and I was sitting there like, the crazy thing is, how can my students understand this, have no problem with it, and they're like, wow, that's pretty sick, but also makes sense, like why Augustus was like wishy-washy on astrologers.
Sure.
Meanwhile, there was literal upheaval. How dare Chelsea say that? What are we saying?
I don't know. I don't know. I literally look around like Jim from The Office, and I'm like, is it me? But it's fine. I take that on the chin, and I know that it's just. I think the theme of this year is people are afraid of the truth, and I hope that a lot of you guys out there always continue to critically think and have thoughts and feelings about things, because I think in today's world it's so lost because of the too much consumption of media. And for those of you that stick around and love our podcast, we really do appreciate you. I know we're kind of making fun of like the hate comments and things like that, but I do want to focus on the good people that support the podcast, because you guys really are ride or die. There's some of my favorite clients that I work with. Like this, they tell me, I know you're from Styx and Bones. I recognize your name. Me and 10 deal with the temple ourselves at this point. It is me and Dr. K, and we do have an assistant who part-time helps us. Some of you might have received emails from her, but we do everything here and we recognize names. Like when you shop with us, we know. If you're a client of mine, I remember. So thank you.
Wait,
Why are you laughing?
okay. Wait.
What?
Accountability stick time. I'll give you guys a tee moment of 10 in the temple this year, multiple times. So,
What'd you do? I'm not. Why would I remember what was funny in the temple this
year? Because when I start talking, you're gonna be like, "Oh, geez."
Okay.
So everybody knows Chelsea is the reading extraordinaire. We see names, I recognize names, and that's why sometimes you'll receive emails of like, hey, I just want to make sure this is being shipped to the right place because things aren't matching right now. So we clock names, we get all that stuff, whether it's Etsy, whether it's the shop, whatever. Chelsea, when she meets with you guys, whether it's in person or whatever, read your forms, meet you, she actually gets to meet you face to face. And I've only met a few of you face to face. I have concocted some of these stories of like what certain people look like. And then Chelsea's like, oh, I met with so-and-so today. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, and I will give this whole background lore that I have concocted. And she's like, oh, no.
She's always wrong. Always wrong. And listen, I want to let you know, I do not tell Dr. K about my readings, but I'm always like, that's not who that person is. I literally just met with them. And why are you concocting these narratives in your head about people?
Yeah, it's more like, oh, so-and-so who usually buys just got a reading. And I was like, oh, yeah, and they do this and this and this. And she's like, what?
That is not the truth. But it's funny. And I think that's like the crappy part about being online is like, we are planning to have an in-person store one day, and I would love to meet every single person. Like we appreciate every single order we get, every single Patreon member. Like we're just happy to be here, and people really out here trying to stomp our light out. It's like, it's not happening because we have a good thing going. We're booked busy going to Greece, like I said. So thanks for the extra engagement. But I did quickly want to talk about the temple because we did share some updates with Patreon, and now we share with you guys. So the temple changing. And let me tell you, every single thing that's coming into the temple is coming from a really amazing place. We are working with a woman-owned business. We are working with a small business out in Philadelphia, a Black-owned business. We are working with actual artisans in Greece for statues. So the things that we source, oh my God, our graphic design artist.
Oh, yeah.
We're working with like a PhD candidate who does this on the side, who loves everything. She loves Styx and Bones. Her name is Zofia. It's Archeo Artist on Instagram.
Archeo Artist. She actually is getting her PhD and she's doing like the cult of Isis. It's so cool. So like,
she has her own podcast. I don't think she posts all the time, but Zofia's amazing. She's out in Europe, and we work with her and like we love her. So like every single person that we get things from, it means something to us. Like we're not getting from these big businesses out in China. We really want to work locally and with the people of Greece or like smaller artists. So the new stuff that's coming into the store always has a really good story behind it. So I just want to let you guys know that we are working on so many things. Okay. So anything
Amazing.
that you buy from us is coming from like a small business or a person that's doing it on the side, or it's coming from artisans out in Greece.
Hmm.
And we have new statues in the temple, by the way. So if any of you are interested,
Oh yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
we have the Aphrodite bust, we have a Hermes bust, we have the Aphrodite Genetrix, and we have Athena. So we finally have something for Hermes, which was so hard to find. So hard.
It was so hard to find, and then we had to make sure that the quality was good. And there's only a few of him, and I don't even know if there's any left right now.
I know. You guys are lucky I didn't take one. I said, you know what? I don't need another bust until I get a shelf up or something.
I know you when because we usually are like, oh, you know what, like add two extra for the girls. And I was thinking because you were like, hey, do you want like a Aphrodite or a Hermes bust? And I was like, oh, I already have Artemis, and like I have everything like curated right now. I have the Nike of Samothrace up here. I have the pillars, and I was like, I'm gonna save for some stuff because I'm gonna run out of shelf space.
I know. I had to think, I was like, do I really want it? I'm like, we can always get ourselves more when we restock. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh. Greece, they take a long time because they literally hand make these statues. So I know
Yep.
we've said it before, but like they are coming from Greece 100%. And that's how we're always going to operate. You know, it's important to us to align ourselves with people that own their own businesses because that's how we are. And if we don't like it, we're
Yes.
not selling it. Period.
Period.
Period. What else did you want to talk about in the season finale?
Season finale. Yeah. I'm hoping for more mystery cults next year. More mystery cult extravaganzas. I mean, we're gonna be doing like our own mystery cult uh pilgrimage and everything.
Oh my
So
God.
it'll be
I'm sorry. We're going to Eleusis. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose
I'm
my.
going to be bringing my lecture and a laptop and be like,
Yes,
okay, here we go. Let's go. Lecture style. I hope you all did your assigned
we
reading.
can leave pomegranates for Persephone. Like, we can make our pilgrimage before, she goes back to the underworld. Like, you're actually go to Eleusis. I'm excited for everything else, but we weren't even sure if we can get Eleusis on the trip. And like, I can't believe it worked out because they don't usually do that. So I don't know. It's
Yes.
like divine timing, if you will. You know what I mean? So y'all better start leaving your offerings or something, or like saving your money because we're going to Greece.
Leave your money, pack your sunscreen, leave your offerings. I meant not leave your money. Leave your offerings, pack your sunscreen, pack
Yeah,
a
leave
hat.
your money too because you're gonna need that for the trip.
I am not letting y'all off the bus until I see hats, sunscreen, and sunnies. You're not getting off the bus. I'm going full mom mode. Y'all are not getting off. Let me see. Bag checks. Let's go.
I have to bring my parasol because you guys know me. I'm so pale. I disintegrate when I go to anywhere that's super hot. You should see me in Jamaica over the summer. By the way, prayers to Jamaica. I know they were going through it with the big hurricane. I was
Yes.
like, the Jamaicans were like this poor little pale white girl. She's gonna get eaten up by the sun. So I sat. They got me an umbrella. So I just sit and I'm not going in the sun because I'll just poof
Like a vampire.
poof.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. Yeah, well, once we meet with everybody for like the trip and, work out anything if you guys have questions about, airports, layovers, all that kind of stuff. We can go over like what we're packing. I can't wait to buy all the fun outfits and stuff. But just a little Dr. K tip, just to be respectful when we go to Greece and to the ancient sites, please no cosplaying.
Oh yeah, no, we're going. Well, the people of Styx and Bones don't do that. I should say.
Yeah. Well, the devotees don't.
The people of Styx and Bones do not do that. Yeah, I mean, like we're going to actual ancient sites, so like I better not see any of y'all running around screaming Hades is my dad because I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't know you, and I'm gonna go over here and get a glass of wine now. So like that's not what we're doing when we go to Greece. These are ancient sites. This was someone's religion. This is a religion that's coming back to life. This is someone's history. This is part of these people's culture and their country. So like we want to be respectful as possible. But of course, as you know, we have to say it with anything. That's not what we're going there for. We can leave our offerings at Eleusis if we're allowed to, like if we get like, I don't know where we would even get pomegranates, but
The store? can get them, but there's probably there's Peripteros.
Okay, yeah. So like that's something I personally want to do is like I would like to leave a pomegranate at Eleusis, but that's about
Yeah,
as far as I go.
we might have to just ask
The tour
the
guide,
like
the guy that's with us.
not only that, but when we go into the site, there's like a little like security guard hut. So we might just have to ask, like, hey, am I allowed to leave anything here? If not, like that's fine.
If not, like, and we bought pomegranates anyway, we can on the dinner table as an offering, and we can all raise our glass of wine and go, "Huzzah! We made it!" Now I need to.
Now I
Huzzah.
need to enjoy some moussaka.
Oh, the euros! You guys don't know if you don't really partake in Greek cuisine, we got you. Trust me. This is where my Super Bowl. I got you guys. You don't know what to get or what to order or what to eat. You just ask one of us. We'll help you out. I promise.
You know what kind of drink to get? Do you get the house wine? Do you get raki? Do you get ouzo? Do you get mastique? We're gonna try them all.
We're gonna get a flight.
Might I interest you in a flight?
I don't know if that's just an American thing, but like I will miss my iced coffee though. But that's all right. I can deal. I can deal for a week. By the way, if any of you are coffee people, I need coffee in the morning and in the afternoon. So if you're like me, stick with me. We will find the places to get coffee.
You can get Frido cappuccinos. Just get them. We'll just be.
It's not the same.
No.
You know, I need like 15 of them to equate to what I drink at Dunkin' Donuts. I was telling Dr. when I was in Italy last, which beautiful. We did Rome, Florence, the whole thing. Me
Yeah.
and my mom she can drink a whole pot of coffee during the day. It's just I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing or like Italian American. We drink coffee all the time.
All day.
When we landed in the United States, there was a huge Dunkin' Donuts stand, and me, my mom, and my brother got the huge gulp size of Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, and just drank it. And we're like, this is freedom. Like eagles screeching in the background. This is what it's like to be American.
What's a kilometer?
Yeah, oh my God. Like, I wish I could put that soundbite in. You guys know what we're talking about. Like, I was like, this is freedom, baby. As much iced coffee as
Oh
you.
my gosh. Okay. Final question that I have.
I don't want to end the season finale yet. I'm like, I want to talk about all of we gotta go though. Like I'm gonna miss you guys, but we'll still be back on Patreon.
Okay, what was your favorite thing to? I have a few questions then. If you don't
Okay.
want to leave right now, if you
Okay. We're still on the phone with everybody. Okay, we're still on our FaceTime.
we're still on the phone. What are the girls doing? Okay, what are the girls doing? Okay, I asked which fact shocked you. Did you have a favorite thing to debunk or like a favorite myth that we deep dove into?
Oh, Athena and Poseidon.
Yo, that was shocking.
I think that was. There's another one, but I don't want to say. I'm going to ask you, and I wonder if it's the same. If not, I'll say it. Athena versus Poseidon, and realizing it was 3 sentences. Crazy.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably, and I almost had to pull up like our Spotify list just so I could like jog a memory.
I don't remember what we did this year.
Where am I? Okay. Favorite thing to debunk. The craziest thing, because while we took different routes to get there, we came to the same conclusion together on episode 1 of the season, which is Zeus afraid of Nyx? And we both were just hitting our buttons of absolutely not.
And you guys
was that the one you were talking about?
No, I'll let you know. But you guys let us know in the comments. What's one amazing thing that you learned from the podcast this year, or did anything like change your mind wildly? Of like, damn, like the Athena and Poseidon really shook me to the core this year. That was like, wow, this is why we do what we do because. And then we were like, how did that myth get so big? Then it's like word of mouth. Like I don't know, so many things.
Word of mouth, foundation, yeah.
Zeus and the Fates a lot. I loved the Fates episode that we did, and how
that was fun.
Maybe we'll finish picking them back up next season. How Zeus possibly has an epithet to changing fate by our guy Pausanias is what he said. So we're gonna look into it. But I enjoyed the Zeus content this year. I think he really got what he deserved in these spaces where people tend to leave him out. You know, like I think we had to do the King of the Gods justice.
Wait, was Hades' Wives this year too?
Yes, that was a good one.
Yo, that was okay, so I love like episodes like that, or even like ranking Aphrodite's lovers. That one was so funny because Oof. People got big mad when we said Poseidon's a sugar daddy.
Well, he wasn't that
Um,
mixed. I mean, what else would you call it? Is there another
I
like?
mean,
Listen, girl.
but it was so funny. I loved those episodes because some of the things of like, when does Hera actually marry Zeus? Where do we think this occurred with all of the lovers of Aphrodite? Where in all of the extra lore of Hades' wives and or lovers, where in our mind's timeline are we putting all of this? And I think it's such an interesting aspect of it could be lore that's established later, but
Yes.
it makes sense that it came like earlier in their story. I don't know. It's just like super cool stuff like that.
Oh, we did the archetype episode too, and then we
Oh, that
did,
was fun. I
yeah,
love that. That was for the girls.
we did Persephone versus Aphrodite. That one was fun too.
That one was fun because it was such a slippery slope of how did we get here?
Internalized misogyny. Women need to
Pitting
start
women against
women before. Women need to start supporting women more. And actually, a lot of the comments that I receive that are really hateful and spiteful are from women. And it makes me wonder, why are we like this? It's like internalized hate and misogyny or jealous of somebody else. Like y'all saying I'm jealous of other people. I'm not. I'm really not. I live a very peaceful, good life. Booked, busy, going to Greece. So
Yeah, when you told me about that, we were literally like, who?
what are you talking?
Who?
I don't even go
Who?
online anymore. The whole point of this podcast, these past few episodes, was telling you guys to stop doom scrolling because that's something I personally stopped doing. So I'm booked, busy, going to Greece. And like, I feel like the last thing I want to say, like to impart some wisdom on you, if you always stand in your truth and authenticity and you're always a good person, things will always work out for you if you put in the hard work. And we have been working out this for 4 years now. And that's why when this trip came across our desk, it was like, this, our audience and community deserves this because you guys have stood with us throughout all of this season. And we deserve to be able to do fun things and have wine and be in Greece. Like, that's what we deserve. We work for it, period.
Mm-hmm.
So be authentic, have some critical thinking skills, and, always be a hard worker and you will make it in this life. But you gotta be truthful.
Gotta be truthful and you gotta stand on business, 10 toes down.
Oh yeah. I want it. This is like the new Gen Z thing. I don't think I'm doing it right.
Is it multiple or is it just the one?
Oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God. Please, I don't want to be those people that's like, is it like this, like a boomer? That 6'7" thing that's coming out now. I don't know anything anymore. I'm not really.
Girl, like our heart is like this, but it's
Okay, wait. Did I do it? No.
is this right? No.
Do you remember the millennial beanies and the heart poses like this? We are young with like that music.
No.
What? You weren't there during that phase when millennial core?
I'll be honest, I was never allowed to have a MySpace. I only got a Facebook back in like high school. So like I don't know. And I didn't get an iPhone until my sophomore year of college.
Okay. So you didn't have
So,
connection
well,
to it.
no.
Meanwhile, I was in
Um,
A rooms, but anyway, it's fine.
Final question.
I'm ready. I feel like I'm on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Question me.
What are you most excited to see or do in Greece?
Oh my God, come on, do I? Eleusis. No, I'm really excited to go to some of the museums and actually see some of these statues and everything. The statues that we reference in the store. Like, I'm excited to see like a core in real life.
She's breathtaking, let me tell you. She's
I think
breathtaking.
honestly, guys, don't judge me if I cry because I might. Because I talked about in the last episode. I've never been to Greece, so like this was always on my bucket list. And when it came, I said, "Excuse me, 10. How do you feel about procuring a trip to Greece?" And she said, "Sure."
Done.
When?
when go.
A room or what? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like, let's go, girls. So I'm just excited about it. I'm excited to meet you guys that come with us actually too. Like, we're gonna be the traveling girls. What about you? What are you most excited to see?
I don't I've done everything on this itinerary, which is fine because I love it and I'll absolutely eat it up.
That's good because
I
then you can like let us know, like you'll know the tea. You need someone that's already been there before, I feel like.
I think this, and this is what Kevin has told me when he took me to Disney World the first time, was I am so excited, and because I know you'll be there, and I don't know anybody else right now, because it'll be your first time there. I think for me, being able to like academic blackout, say facts, like just like the nerd out of every like super niche topics, and just look through your eyes at your first time being there, I think is just going to be like a dream come true of like people and everybody who signed up for the trip genuinely wants to be there, whether you worship the Greek gods, whether you are just a girly pop who loves mythology, whether you're just a girl who loves ancient history and everything in between. I'm so excited because when you are traveling with a group of people, like when I did it with Egypt, and it's something that I've studied my whole life, being there with people who love it as much as you, there's no words for it. And I think that's what I'm excited for.
I'm just warning you that I cry at everything. I don't know why. I went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, entered the battlefield of the Civil War, and I cried, and so was my dad. Like I just like am a very sensitive and emotional person because you're going somewhere that like people make pilgrimages to. Like Eleusis, like think about that. Thousands of people made
I
pilgrimage
cried there.
initiated. I'm gonna cry talking about it. What, by the way, our Hades and Persephone mouse pad for sale at 6 months.
Um,
But
I
like,
cried at Eleusis this summer. I cried at the setup of the caryatids at the Acropolis Museum because it's so moving.
yes.
Um, just anytime I'm on the Acropolis, you're just up there and you're like, Jesus Christ, like this has been standing for 2,400 years. And it's when you're in places like that, and especially at Mycenae, since that's a Bronze Age site, when you are there and we go into the Treasury of Atreus, when we go, you can't go into the Tomb of Clytemnestra, but like when you go into like where the palace is and Grave Circle A and everything, and you are just there, you just see that little gold string that I always talk about of humanity, whether it's stories, individual pieces, whether it's a statue, whether it's the site, whether it's the mythology, whether it's the stories. At the end of the day, we're still going to a site. Mycenae has been around since the Neolithic period. Like we're talking over 4,000 years ago. And to be there with people who love that, and I get to nerd out and be like, hey, it's the Lion's Gate. Actually, we think it's Griffin's now. This is where Schliemann put dynamite. Like to do that, and it's truly everything you would want from the History Channel, sans the conspiracy theories, and from an Indiana Jones movie and the Mummy movie, and you're just doing it with your friends. And there's something about that like you can't, I don't even know. It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think I'm just gonna cry all the time because like I think it's like always a privilege to travel. I try to do it a lot, but it's like something that we take for granted. So
Mm-hmm.
those of you out there that are interested in the trip, Patreon's getting it first. So Patreon, it will be on Patreon right now. You can check out the link. If you have any questions, even if it hasn't been released to the public and you're a public listener listening to this, please feel free to email us. We will have another episode coming out on December 1st, going through the whole itinerary and talking about why these sites are important and which gods are associated here so you can get a better idea. And hopefully by then we could field some questions about the trip, and then we'll be able to do like a Q&A on the
Yeah,
podcast. So
absolutely.
we just want to thank you guys for an amazing season because there is no us without you. This is truly a team effort. That's why we like this to be our community. And this trip
Mm-hmm.
would have never come to us if it wasn't for you guys. Like I didn't reach out and Ted didn't reach out. Like you have to be
No.
asked to do something like this. So
Yeah.
this comes from the support of you guys and like everything that we do here. And I promise you, we're never going to keep our foot off the gas next year. We will continue to talk the way we want to talk and continue the fact and the truth. So we love you and we thank you. And I'm excited for season 5. Who
I know.
knows?
I'm excited for just everything, everybody, whether you're in the mystery cult, whether you're a devotee, whether you're an initiate. Me and I, Priestess Chelsea, all year have been trying to figure out like what to call people because I normally just call like them sticks and boners.
We
But
can't
like,
call people boners. I don't have a problem with that. Like that's not right.
so we need some help from you guys. What should we call you guys? Like, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Like,
I never call them Styx and Boners. You do. And I'm like,
I do. That is literally, I'll be like, oh yeah, the Sticks and Boners today.
reject that. I reject that. I don't think you can name your own fandom. I think it names you. Like that's what I've learned from like the Beehive and like listen, we're not Beyonce, but I'm just using it as an example of like Rihanna, the Selenators.
Oh,
We don't decide the
who
name.
are the Selenators?
Selena Gomez.
Oh,
You don't name your own fandom or followers, I should say.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Someone becomes a leader and steps up
Yeah,
to the plate and names it. So it can't be us.
when the world needed them most, they
What?
vanished.
I know, but we're going to be gone. The podcast will be back next year. Not sure of the date yet. We're taking a nice, not really taking a break. We're taking time off to work on things for you guys and finalize the trip and the stuff in the temple. It's the statues. You guys got to go check them out. I'm not kidding. Like, and we'll be around for Patreon. So if you want to hear from us, come check us out there.
We'll be over there. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a very safe, healthy, and happy holiday season. We will be back in 2026. And remember to be nice, be kind, because if you're not going to Paris. And we'll see you guys next year. Bye.
Bye.